So we're now joined with Paul Murray, Head of Community at the Isle of Sheppey Academy. Welcome along to the show, Paul.
Thank you.
Firstly, could you tell us a little bit about your role?
Primarily I'm a teacher of history in the Isle of Sheppey Academy, and I do some geography as well. I'm a family unit tutor, which I absolutely love, and from the family unit stuff we do lots of stuff in the community. But my main role over both schools, over the east side and the west side, is to be in charge of our work in the community, which involves both schools enormously.
Can you tell us more about the family unit and what projects the students are involved in?
Certainly. We've got a group of students at the moment working on the redesigning of Barton's Point. They're redesigning a play area up there, which they've got £76,000 for. That is now coming to the stage where it's been out to tender, and we'll know at the beginning of June who's actually going to do the work on it. We hope to have it all finished by the school summer holidays. And the children were involved in the bid process, and they also were involved in the design of the equipment to go in there. They do a lot of work with Swale Council, Barton's Point being one example. But for example, this week a group of students have cleaned the canal out that they spotted themselves. Amanda Chapman, she spotted the mess that was in there, one of our students. So she got a team of 15 students together and spoke to Anne Ryman at Swale Council, and last Wednesday they cleaned the part of the canal up, and last Monday a group of students went down to Sheerness and did the town centre, working with Tesco's and obviously Swale Council again, Martin who works in Sheerness, and Anne Ryman again, and Sue from Tesco's. So they did a lot of time there. They've worked with Kelly Walker, who still works with us a couple of days a week on the Sheerness train station project, where they've taken thousands of photographs with St Edward's School and Richmond School, and they're putting that into a mosaic, which is going to be a map of the Isle of Sheppey in the front of the railway station. A group from the east side with Sam Williams have done tremendous work on Lovell Road. That had a big piece in the Sheerness Times Guardian a fortnight ago. So there's things going on all over the academy where they're trying to get involved with the community and try and make the community a better place.
We're now joined with Abby from the Isle of Sheppey Academy. You're one of the students here, and I know you're going to tell us a little bit about the KYCC project.
Yeah, KYCC stands for Kent Youth County Council, and at the moment we're currently carrying out 3 subcommittees. These are Environment, Positive Images and Team Freedom. In our environment group we're working on making lamps that are going to be powered by solar panels, so if we do eventually run out of fossil fuels or anything, we're going to still have our street lamps. In Positive Images we're planning on making or arranging a type of Battle of the Bands, where there will be one held in each community, and it will go to a final, and the person who wins the final will be playing at the Diversity Parade, I think it is. Then Team Freedom is working to extend our Freedom Pass from buses in Kent up to age of 16 to buses and trains to the ages of 19.
We're now joined with Lauren. Now, some of our listeners may have seen the flowers that have been planted around the town centre. I understand your group was involved in that.
Yeah, on Monday 17th of May we went down to the town to plant some plants that were kindly donated by Tesco's and Peter MacDonald. We completed the pots in the town centre, but we didn't use all the plants left, so some were left. We moved down to the car park near Trinity Road, Sheerness. Sheerness Regeneration Officer Martin Goodhue and Environmental Projects Officer Anne Ryman also took part. We would like to thank all the people who helped out, Sue Purcell for the plants, as well as Peter for donating the compost and geraniums. Thank you to Martin, as he got us involved and as the idea developed.
We're now joined with Vicky at the Isle of Sheppey Academy. Now I understand you've been involved in the redesigning of the Barton's Point playground.
Yep. We're redesigning the playground to go at Barton's Point, so instead of hanging around on the streets you can go there. It was going to cost 77,000, but then it went down to 76,000. And the playground should be completed by the summer holidays. And by June the 4th we should know who is building the playground. We got asked by Sheppey Borough Council and Groundwork Medway to help with designing the playground.
What kind of designs are you doing?
It's based around the sea theme, so.
And how are you getting on at the moment with those designs?
We finished the designs and the design's gone to tender at the minute.
Now I also understand as part of the family unit you've been involved in cleaning up the canal.
Yeah, last Wednesday we worked with people from Sheppey Borough Council to clean up the canal, and people from the academy went as well. It was Catherine Chapman from the school whose idea it was to clean up the canal because she walked past and saw it was in a state, so she wanted to do something about it. So she asked Sheppey Borough Council to help.
How long did it take to do?
It took about one of our family unit sessions, which was about 3 hours long.
So fair time.
Yeah.
I also understand you're involved in a photography project relating to the Sheerness train station.
Yeah, we've been around the island with St Edward's and Richmond Primary taking pictures to put on a map, and there's about 4,000 pictures to go on this map, and it's view of the whole island.
How many pictures are actually going to be used?
I think they're all going to be used.
They're all going to be used?
Yeah.
And did you use digital cameras to do that?
We did, some of them were digital and then others were wind-up ones, weren't they? Yeah.
So but it was a good experience on how to learn to use cameras. So we're now joined with Blake. Now I understand one of the things you've been doing at the moment is learning about fair trade.
Yeah, we wrote letters to different companies, and I wrote Tesco's and we got a reply, and they said they'll be coming in on June the 14th to talk to us about it.
Right, we're now joined with Paige, and I understand you're going to tell us and our listeners a little bit more about the Good Differences group.
Yeah, we have like a Good Differences meeting about once a month. It's usually on a Tuesday, and like what we do is we like talk about like bringing more community cohesion into like the schools, and like it's a mixture of students, teachers, and like people who are involved with the well-being of students in the Isle of Sheppey, and like we do like questionnaires for like people like asking about their community cohesion and like if there's enough of it or if it needs to be improved.
Paul, I'd like to thank you very much for allowing us at BRFM to come in and speak to you and your students.
Absolute pleasure. Come in any time you want to.